Hello and welcome to the Carbitrage Podcast, episode 287. I am Eric Berger, joined as always by my co-host Ryan Sinensky. Hello.
Yes, and we have a Patreon that you can give us $1 on, so you can buy some beer, do some other things. It's patreon.com/Carbitrage.
Damn,
anyway,
you rolled
we
through
have
that
beers.
quick.
They
Colorado
are
Kool-Aids.
Colorado Kool-Aids.
Ta-da.
And I have great news, everyone. That's why we blasted through our beginning things.
Would you just... Damn it. Would you just look at it?
Is the topolino is confirmed to fit a bicycle in the back of it.
Not just any bicycle.
It is the
Brompton.
The Brompton bicycle. I couldn't remember what
which
bicycle
Scott and
was.
I both have, so this is excellent news.
This is good.
This is
you
great
and Scott
news.
can get topolinos. I really wish those only had 3 wheels so you could get them in America.
Maybe someday.
Yes.
If we get really lucky, which we won't, because nothing good ever comes to this country.
Yes, we should get them, but we
Man.
won't.
Well,
we might almost someday get like a Honda Urban E. That'd be kind of cool.
if we do, it's going to be gimped in some way. It's going to be an Acura. It's going to weigh 4,000 pounds.
Yeah,
It's not going to have the cool fish tank screen. But speaking of more super duper adorable things that we love that we'll never see in this, the Fiat Topolino.
Wow, they really made that look like actual 500.
It's like the 1957 edition Fiat 500 screwed to the top of a Citroen Ami, and all of that is good. It's got a bean tin rollback top. It's got like keep out banister gate ropes as doors. It's like a Jolly that I could buy brand new. I want this.
I really want a top like that.
Can I import this and just like not have it for road use?
So you know when I bought the Fiat,
Yes.
I was like, the car doesn't have a sunroof. I'm gonna try and live with this. I'm not able to. My new rule is like I literally for my daily driver need to have a sunroof. Like it is. My seasonal depression is so fucking bad that I absolutely need.
And
that.
I understand. This is where I personally just differ from you, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, and it is entirely a medical thing. Like it is a seasonal depression thing. It's the only thing that makes me feel better. But
If happy lamps don't work, get yourself a sunroof.
yeah, sunroof is what makes me feel better.
But I mean,
That's
what
quite
if you
good.
had a bean tin canvas rollback roof? Would
Yeah,
that be
that's
acceptable?
That's what I was saying. Because I went with Fiat. I'm like, man, I can just cut the roof off the Fiat and just put a canvas rollback roof on it.
Somehow, like all of the versions of the Ami have been fantastic so far.
Yeah, it's a hard car to fuck up. Like,
But now, like,
look at that.
This is
That's
perfect.
perfect. They
It's
made
perfect.
They made a great car better. Like, good for them.
Bring it here as even like a golf cart for off-road use for that. But come on.
Yeah, honestly, that'd be a really great golf cart. Like,
Oh, it'd be so
I
fantastic.
feel like Fiat could, you could actually probably sell those as like low-speed vehicles.
Probably.
Like,
I think Cushman's like
Cushman does that, and like the U of M uses like Suzuki Carries and Daihatsus.
Yes.
And like, you can actually register those in Minnesota now because of that as a low-speed vehicle. You just can't take it on the highway. You will get pulled over.
Okay, that's what I remember from our
As
conversation.
soon as you go on
like,
the highway, you will get pulled over with it.
the VIN was like it was marked in a way where you can't import one of these.
You literally
Right?
can't. And apparently,
Sorry,
there's a way to do it. Since the VINs are not standardized in the system,
Yeah.
if it's the name of the car that's actually marked. So if like you import, say, a Hijet,
Oh, yeah.
and you type in Daihatsu Hijet, it does that. But if you type in Daihatsu Pickup, you're fine.
Great. Thank you, the system.
No.
Clearly, you're working well.
No, it is working well because there's a loophole in which you can be fine. So
That's
you just,
fair.
On your title.
But like, what if you screw it up first without knowing about the loophole? Are you
Oh, then
out
you're
of luck?
fucked. Yeah.
Great. So, well, hopefully the importers are well aware of this.
Yeah.
A wild Nolan just pulled up in an S2000.
Oh, hey, red interior.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of cars with red interiors, the Fiat has a red interior.
It does indeed.
And Dan's been pestering me to put a vinyl wrap on the car of sorts. And
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know why he wants me to do this because it's just my Fiat. But then I'm like, I thought of a vinyl wrap that I want because I hate black. I hate cars that are just not a color.
Right.
And then I was like, I was on Colors, which is it's a color swatch, color. What do you when you have a series of colors? It's a color swatch website.
Spectrum?
Spectrum, thank you. It's a color spectrum website.
Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to.
And it was
understand
like
what
I
you're
was looking up as AI generating color spectrums based off the color red.
Okay.
And I found out that pastel blue and red go together real fucking well.
I suppose because it's kind of on the green side of.
Yeah, it's like a pastel blue.
Blue.
Yeah, pastel. Think about if I were to do a livery on the Fiat. Hello, Nolan. If I
Welcome,
were,
Nolan.
If I were to do a livery on the Fiat, it would be based off the color pastel blue so I could still have my red interior and not have it look weird.
I think that would be pretty nice.
I saw Porsche had a factory color. It was like that. In the
Recently?
No, in the for the 993, and
I
it was
think
quite
I know
good.
What you're talking about. Was
They
that
had-
like the Ruby Stone era?
Yeah, it was like that era. They had like a very good pastel blue with a red leather interior.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
I remember seeing that on like a 964, I think.
Yeah, you could probably get out of that 964 as well.
Yeah,
that era.
it's like all these Radwoods where they have a
Yeah,
Ruby
exactly.
Stone and then one of these next to it.
Exactly. So I'm like, that would be very good. So as terrible as Porsche is, they at least make good colors.
You got to wrap it as Pushy and the Cat.
No.
Oh.
But I will definitely do that. Jana wants her car wrapped too. I'm like, we should do it in marble. Just like marble wrap the car. That'd be hilarious.
So when I hear marble, you're talking like counter marble, right?
Yes.
Like
Like
quarried
what?
marble.
Marble. Quarried marble.
Quarried
Yeah.
marble.
Yeah, no, there's a buy here, pay here lot that keeps buying police chargers because they know they've got a market for repoing takeover cars.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's called Rockstar Automotive, and
I know what
yeah,
that is. Yeah.
and so they do like wacky vinyl wraps on cars, and they, like last year they did have a marble wrapped police charger.
I mean,
They had it on the lot on 5 different instances, and every time it was on the lot, it looked worse.
because it was repoed 5 times,
It's repoed 5 times and takeovered 5 times.
so it's got a tracker in it somewhere.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what they do.
We should do a segment on buy your pay your malfeasance someday because those are really predatory
Yes.
businesses. Oh
So,
my god.
I want to actually talk about my topic now, finally. That
Fine.
I'm getting to it.
Fine.
Buick moment. I'm doing a coolant flush in my air-conditioned garage this evening.
God, you keep rubbing it
And,
in. I'll get there.
Yeah, so cooling systems in classic cars on iron blocks can get exceptionally rusty. And I don't want to have to use a cooling flush solution that could possibly eat away at the gaskets. So I think I have got my solution worked out here.
Isn't it the super old flush you had to get from like Preston or something?
Yes, but I've come up with another solution
Okay.
because it's kind of follow up to that.
Okay.
CLR, because we always used to do that on Volkswagen heaters because it works. And Volkswagen decided that putting the heater at the absolute ass bottom of the cooling system would be the correct solution.
Okay.
So-
which is a great idea,
Yeah.
clearly.
And so, Nolan, you now have a hot mic.
I think so.
Hi.
Oh, yep. Yeah, you do.
Christ on a mic.
But so the
Turn you down a little bit.
the cooling system on Volkswagens puts the heater core at the ass bottom of everything. So
Really? I'm okay.
yeah, that's why they always have clogged heater cores. And
Because
so
sediment is great in those
yeah,
little
exactly.
passageways.
So what you do is you actually clear them out. You let them sit with some CLR and then you clear them out.
Okay.
So this doesn't do. Doesn't do the Buick. I was gonna drain the cooling system. I was gonna fill it with water with CLR, and then idle it and just let it run for like 20 minutes or so.
Is
And
there
then-
anything in the system that would be like negatively affected by CLR, or
See,
is it
that's the
just like
thing.
sediment being
what
dislodged?
what I'm concerned about is I'm not sure what the old ass gaskets are made of, and
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I'm a little worried about. So as soon as you CLR first, and then do an over the counter press stone flush after that.
Okay.
So do CLR, water, flush, then press stone flush, then another water flush, and that's how I was going to flush it. Because I really don't want to break anything.
Well, I understand that. And I would be a little concerned, not knowing compatibility, like dissimilar compatibilities.
Yeah,
but I would have to
exactly.
think, like, if this is all happening over the course of like an hour or two, you're probably okay either
It'd be
way, right?
yeah. I'd let it like sit with water overnight, and then like the next day or maybe a week, I'd do my press stone flush. Not a week, but like either like Sunday or Monday, I'd do my press stone flush.
We'll
and
call this a
then-
weekend project.
Oh, it'd be a weekend project. Yes. So that's just what I'm concerned about. I'm so like nervous about breaking something when it like because it's just like I don't want to have to like deal with a larger problem.
Well, especially when the car is currently like it is still operating more or
Yes.
less okay, right?
Yeah,
just,
it
the cooling
operates.
system
It's
looks
just the-
worrying.
well, I mean, it operates because the cooling system's fine and dandy, except for the fact that coolant comes out of where it shouldn't on the radiator.
Oh,
And I'm putting in an aluminum radiator that's non-serviceable,
okay,
and so I don't want to plug that up with shit.
that's fair.
Aren't those sealed systems, radiators?
Yeah.
Well, yours isn't, though.
Well, I mean,
It's
it-
been
it-
it's
the
been
shit would-
perforated.
Other
by-
than that, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than the fact that it's not currently a sealed system, but
in an ideal world, and when it left the factory, yes,
Yes,
Nolan,
it
you were
was.
correct.
but
90s.
yeah. So
Oh, this Buick's a lot older than the
Oh,
90s.
really?
It's a 61?
61. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's our back to the 50s car. So that's why I want to upgrade the cooling system because idling around in a hot ass parking lot like on a 100-degree day.
That's the last thing you want to think about
I did
on a
come
hot
from
day.
Cars and Coffee. It was hot as F.
Oh,
Yeah.
you went to that shit event?
Yeah, they gave me free top parking.
Weird
Because they
how
have a
pay
red interior.
events.
Oh.
Well, probably, yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh, that's really clean. You should go up top. It was like, okay, sure.
Better than paying to park to spectate in downtown Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't pay. I never pay for parking.
I would never go to that
My
event.
my rule of thumb is I pay for parking so little.
Oh, Shane is
that-
here in chat.
Oh, Shane.
Hello, Shane.
So this is the thing with paying for parking is I never do it because I know that they have so few meter maids that they can afford to pay that they cannot statistically ticket me every time I don't pay for parking.
Yeah, you're probably money ahead.
I am money ahead by the time I get it. I do get tickets from time to time, but it's like I would spend probably about $200 a year paying for parking to park at like Dan's house and like park to like go get Qdoba at
Easily.
Dinkytown or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And like they just don't have enough meter maids to make. And so I'm like sitting here, it's like yesterday, I was literally in Dinkytown. I saw a meter maid walking past the parking spot that I was about to park into. And I was about to pay for parking.
Yeah, like, what are the odds that that person comes back
And
while
I
I'm still in
and
there?
I was like sitting there.
Not
I actually
very
put
good.
my card in the machine. I was in the process of doing it. I saw it was like $3 an hour. I'm like 75 cents
Damn.
to go get some Qdoba? No, like this is ridiculous. For 15 minutes? No, not doing that. I look back at the meter maid. I'm like, that meter maid is across the street. There's a 100% chance that meter maid is not turning around. So I'm like, I'm gonna take my chances here. I will pay $75 and I will gamble on this if I get my parking ticket. And I gambled and I won.
And I was told, actually, in St. Paul, so similar, at downtown, I was at Oxcart, and I was talking to the employees. I'm like, oh, yeah, I parked in a lot of my attorney, and I walked 2 blocks over. Like, oh, you can just park right in front here. Like, the employees park there for 10-hour shifts. Don't pay, nothing.
Yeah,
No
like-
tickets. Like, to your point, they don't have the funds to employ meter
and
maids.
also fuck the city of Minneapolis and fuck Mayor Fry. He sucks. Also, in May, I went to this thing called Open Doors Minneapolis. It was very exciting. I got to go. Open Doors Minneapolis is like they open like buildings that usually aren't open to the public. So I got to go to the Fed. It was very good.
That's
love
kinda
the
cool.
Fed. The Fed is so cool, and I got to meet the vice president of the Fed. It was very, very good. It wasn't Neil Kashkari, who is much
Oh,
cooler.
my
but,
God. Does his name actually have cash in it?
I know, right?
He was saving up his entire life
To become-
all of the insults.
Yes.
Now who's laughing?
Oh yeah, Kai Rizal puts Neil Kashkari on Marketplace all the time because of that. So no, I didn't meet Neil Kashkari, but I met the vice president of the Fed. It was very cool. But then after the Fed, we went to the Pillsbury A Mill, which was very cool.
I love that
The
place.
Pillsbury A Mill is very cool.
I love that
highly
building.
recommend it.
I was looking at Jenna's things from the tunnels. I'm
I
like,
did not know, and she pointed this out. The entire south-facing wall is curved in,
oh, yeah.
like dangerously.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
oh, that's been a problem for decades.
No, for a century. Since they built it.
It doesn't preclude decades.
Yeah,
but
no.
decades
Since,
gets you there.
since they built it curved inwards, and it works fine.
Yeah. Mhm.
But anyway, after that, finally,
That Platteville limestone's hanging on, boys.
we went to the city
the
hall.
radiator.
Yes, so no, we went to City Hall, and at City Hall, it was very fun. It was a very cool building. I highly recommend Minneapolis City Hall. Just going there, I got to see
I'm an
Mayor
architecture
Fry.
major.
Yeah, we went to go see Mayor Fry's office, and I made a big funny joke about saying, "Huh, I thought there would be more Kleenex." And everybody laughed except for his aide that was doing the tour.
Because he's not allowed to laugh.
Yes, but everybody else laughed very loud. It was very funny. I made a big funny joke, and everybody loved it. But yes, back to the cooling flush. I think that's gonna be the move is to do CLR, water, then Prestone,
We're on
water
topic.
again,
I am so impressed with your ability to pull
Thank you.
tangents back to
and then
topics.
and then after I do my flush of waters and CLRs, that's when I put the aluminum radiator in.
Okay.
And then when I put it in, I'm gonna put it in again with a little pantyhose stocking thing to catch shit going into the radiator, and then I'll just check it from time to time.
Just put some 50-50 in there and put some water wetter. Think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, and the water wetter is gonna be the play.
That's just
Yeah.
critical because
Yep.
it isn't about changing the specific heat as much as it is the contamination and metal dissimilarity shit it's so good.
Yeah, no, water wetter actually works very well.
Minneapolis cannot afford parking satellites, Shane.
No.
Shush.
So they absolutely can't. Minneapolis can't afford to build a new precinct after he burnt the last one down. What are they gonna do? Fuck them.
Your hot take heard here on the Carbitrage Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Glad I could be on the last one. good.
Our podcast is becoming more and more just like revolutionary leftist.
Let's see how far we can get before we get nobody listening anymore. This will be great.
Last episode, I was like telling transphobes to go drink. I wasn't telling
Drink
them.
bleach.
I was telling them to hang out in the bleach aisle. I was not telling them to drink it.
I told them to chug it.
I
though.
told them to go hang out in that
Correct.
aisle. And
So,
consider their
maybe-
actions. So yeah, maybe you're further left than I am.
I would like transphobes to drink bleach and die.
It's a good solution.
There you go.
Problem solved.
It's a solution.
Science. Because you get a solution. As
No,
a
I'm
mixture.
just wondering, is bleach a solution? That's all.
If it's mixed, yes. Because bleach
If
is
you
very.
mix it with saliva, it becomes a solution.
Bleach actually, I think
There
it's
you go.
because bleach is a base.
Ooh, does that actually mix though?
It does.
Is it a lipid? No, it's not a lipid. Yeah,
Is
that dissolves in water.
bleach
It would
a
it would mix with
base?
saliva. It could definitely become a solution.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
it's-
so chlorine bleach is a base. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So okay,
But-
yeah.
So it'd go really, really well with stomach acid.
right. Then it's a solution.
So,
would
but that's the thing.
neutralize.
So bleach is a base, but I'm pretty sure that bleach is pre-mixed in a bottle, like to a degree.
I'm sure
I
it's not like
wouldn't-
pure
yeah, I
one
would not-
ingredient.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, because otherwise, like it would just like eat through the.
Did we talk about the buzz yet?
Yes,
Yes,
we did
last
actually.
episode.
Oh,
missed it.
sorry, you missed
No,
it.
that's okay. I'm
Maybe
looking
if you
at the
drove
show notes.
faster.
I was
Anyway.
sitting at the gate for the whole last episode.
So let's
lie.
talk about
Oh
Giotto
man,
Bizzarini.
this is a little sad because I mean, old Lamborghinis were super cool, and a lot of tractors that they made were also
And
really cool.
the Bizzarini car was great.
It
Tractor
was
company with a car
fantastic.
problem.
Also, I mean, by and large, the engine of the Murcielago, it's a Bizzarini V12. Unfortunately, this man has just perished. The 16th of May, 2023, just
Oh, he was
shy
a-
of his 97th birthday.
Oh, he was younger than my Uncle Ralph. My Uncle Ralph turned 100 May 11th.
Well, Uncle Ralph should have definitely been making Italian V12s because
He made Star Trek.
even better.
So that's cool.
That's way better.
So he outlived his engine, but not by much.
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Yeah, the Aventador put a kibosh on this guy's legacy, but
Right.
what a fellow, huh? I mean,
Yeah.
coming with basically zero budget in the 1960s with this FU Ferrari car company, and he just accidentally made.
Does the Murcielago, Jen Jameson's Murcielago, does that run?
Yes.
It has the starter and everything?
Hand job?
I have not put the solenoid in it yet. It
But it
has
starts.
a potentially limited number of starts left in the solenoid, but it does still start. Yes.
Well, I guess if the solenoid, goes out, you can just bump start it and just push it.
In theory, yeah. I don't know how.
I really, really love the concept of watching Mark have to get like a team of people to go push his Murcielago because
They're currently not driving it because I warned them of something that he clearly noticed and didn't tell me, which was the starter starting to act up on that car the year prior.
Oh.
And then I
It's
took
been doing
it.
this for a year.
It's been doing this for a year.
Brilliant.
4 or 5 key turns is currently what it takes.
One, two.
Also, did I mention this has a fob immobilizer, so you have to wear out the fob every one of these starter clicks
That's
as well?
awful.
It's not great,
So
but the V12 is fantastic.
I'm curious because this is definitely a 1960s engine. Does it have a 1960s starter that's rebuildable?
It does,
Yes. Yes.
but it only interchanges with every single Lamborghini V12 and several Lamborghini tractors.
That's incredible.
I know,
Actually,
and the
latter.
tractor part number is actually half the price. It's only $1,350.
Please tell me you got the tractor part.
I didn't buy a starter yet, but if it needs a starter,
You're gonna get the tractor one.
Buying the tractor
when you
starter.
get the starter, can you get me a tractor hat?
a tractor hat?
Do they have to sell a trucker hat that has a little tractor that says Lamborghini on it?
Maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
it is like an implement website that I found
Yeah.
this on.
So like they probably have implement wear. Like there's probably a Lamborghini high vis yellow shirt.
Oh my god. Oh, I guarantee these exist.
Like from
What's-
Lamborghini though.
Is their tractor colors is white with blue? I forget.
No, that's Ford. Theirs
I know
is
that's
silver
Ford,
and
but
blue.
It's silver and blue. That's it.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Hi.
But yeah, I was looking through the interchange. I'm like,
So
this
when
might be-
Richard bought his farm,
Yes.
I was looking at tractors for him.
Okay.
And I thought, Richard has silly cars. We should get a silly tractor. And I
Does
was like,
Peugeot make tractors?
no,
Oh.
but Lamborghini does.
Well, I know that.
And they make small tractors.
I didn't know
which are
that.
silly. Yes.
Did Bizzarini do anything other than the V12 that we're aware of? Any other notable?
Yes, but nothing that's got the notoriety of the Lamborghini
Well, sure,
V12.
but
So
He
yeah,
made the Bizzarini car, which is fucking awesome.
oh,
That.
Yep.
That's a Bizzarini car.
I'll keep scrolling down.
It also, I think, won Le Mans at one point.
oh, the Bizzarini did.
I think so.
Wow.
Or it was either Le Mans or La Sarthe or something. Not
Circuit de la
Sarthe.
Salle is Le Mans.
No, not La Sarthe. Fuck, what's the other one? Rogue is not the turn on it.
Rouge? Spa.
Spa.
Spa-Francorchamps.
Yeah, it was either that or Spa.
I love that you know the trigger that's going to make me remember this.
I know the turn. I don't know the track.
Part number 5TA61743 is the Aventador. No, that's the Aventador starter. That doesn't work.
No, you don't need that.
But, apparently a high vest Viz is in the safety gear.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Ooh.
But the Aventador starter is not
I don't want the
compatible.
Aventador one. I want the tractor one.
The Aventador probably interchanges with the TDI.
1 second. Oh.
Yeah.
But no, I thought that was sad. I mean, I don't know much of the dude's creation, but like he really hit it out of the park with that V12.
He's very good at what he did. It's
Oh, sorry.
called Lamborghini Trattori.
That was the part number for the vest.
Oh, very good.
Not for the
Thank you.
Aventador starter.
Oh,
so,
very good.
to reiterate, the high-vis vest is 5TA861743, and I assume it comes in a Lamborghini Automobili bag.
I hope so.
Oh, here we go.
The number of digits there might also be in the price realm for one of those high-vis vests.
Judging by what the Speedline valve core cost for one of the wheels on that car, I would guess it's extremely expensive.
I'm just looking at Lamborghini Trattori's website.
That's totally...
Yeah, find out what those hats are costing these days.
I really want a Lamborghini Trattori hat because it's a different logo.
Oh, yeah.
It's
not
actually
Lamborghini
it's not
We
at
way
Lamborghini
blew the
Automobile.
budget.
Yeah,
It's only 33 US
wow.
dollars.
Actually, no. I would totally get that. Yeah, because it doesn't say Lamborghini Automobiles. It says
I've been sent the link
it
on
literally
Discord.
says Lamborghini Trattori.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. Like, I want somebody to go, "Oh, Ryan's wearing a Lamborghini shirt,"
Do you know
and then
what-
you look
Aren't
closer.
they different companies? Like, didn't
They
the-
are different companies.
Yeah,
they're
at this
within.
point, they're separate now.
Yeah, I think they're entirely separate.
And do you know what people don't call Lamborghini tractors? Lambos.
Yep, I would like my
That's
Lamborghini Trattori.
one of the many reasons why they are better.
Hmm.
You don't get those room temperature Neanderthals nearly as often with the Trattori. But I don't know. I mean,
What way do the doors open on the tractors, though?
ooh, they might be coach doors. In fact, I bet they are for ease of ingress and egress.
Suicide doors backwards.
Well, if there's only 2 doors, it's coach
go-
doors, and if there's 4, then they're suicide
They're
doors,
coach
right?
doors then because they go like this. Ooh, they
I
have
mean, the
little
motion I
LED
appreciate.
They have LED signs.
Don't tell me these things.
There's a bunch of very good things that they have that are Lamborghini Trattori like.
You know, we haven't
Where?
made the Lamborghini neon sign yet. I'm really tempted now to change it from Lamborghini Automobili to Lamborghini Trattori.
It needs to be a
Carbitrage Podcast.
That is so much
Not
better.
at all, and wish we were sponsored by Lamborghini Agricultural.
Yeah.
Only agricultural, though.
Yeah.
Right, no.
No,
just-
Lamborghini
just-
Trattori. That's the only one I care about. So speaking of agricultural vehicles, minis.
Yes. Oh, my
Um,
God.
I got to
Ooh.
drive
New or old?
in
Relatively
a
oldish.
new Mini One.
Okay.
But when I say a new Mini One, like a 2003
Yeah.
Right,
Mini
yeah.
One.
The new Mini,
R53?
Yes.
Whatever it was.
Yep, R53.
R53. But it was called the Mini One. It was the original base
Mm-hmm.
model, hard top.
Did we even get that? Was it
Yes, we
below?
did.
We did.
Oh, we did get the one.
We did get it because I know my friend Taylor Finger has one for his daily driver.
Oh.
And
That
he
had the-
delivers pizzas in it.
That had the Peugeot Citroen engine in it?
I don't know.
I think the non-S did have a Peugeot
Probably.
engine. Yeah.
But so yeah, he's got one just like the one in the photo. I didn't want to show a photo of his car because all of his car photos are kind of terrible because he doesn't. It's just his normal car. Like he
Lost
doesn't.
another listener. That's fine.
Yeah, no, he like so. I could not
saying,
find
yeah,
a
you're right.
single good photo that like wasn't just like a photo of him like showing it like next to a tree.
Sure.
Like, just like, yeah, I'm delivering pizzas. Look at my cool pizza car.
I need
Because
to
like that's the thing is
scale.
like Taylor has all of his cool cars and everything,
Yeah.
but like this Mini is literally just solely exists for him to deliver pizzas in it, and be like just a reasonable daily driver.
It's the replacement for
And-
the Z4, right?
Yeah, and it's like objectively better to drive than the Z4.
Oh, I believe that.
It's more comfortable. It is. You row through gears when you're driving it because I drove it at the last Cars and Coffee at Kegging Case
Okay.
last month,
Sure.
and so
Which I didn't see until day of, again.
yes, and so yeah, no, I was there is one tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I do know that.
So yeah, I was driving it with him, and I was like rowing through the gears on it, and I looked down, I was going 45, and I'm like, this is a good car.
Fantastic.
And all he does, he just put on like an intake. Like just like a
So
like
it sounds
just
shouty?
like Kua's car. Like it just sounds shouty, but like from like outside it's a normal car.
Yeah.
And it was such a blast to drive. I think like
I have one question.
the turbo minis are no fun. Like this is the fun
Well,
car.
those were Roots blowers on the R53s in this
Yes.
era, but
Yeah.
I want to know, and this is an
Yes.
important question about this particular car.
Yeah.
Was it specified with a tachometer in front of you, or the tachometer specified in the big gauge?
tachometer in front of you.
Good. That is the
Yes.
correct configuration.
Yeah,
Because
that-
it was a no-cost option back and forth.
Yeah, no, it was very good. And so like the car has been like very well maintained, and like all he does, he put on the factory fog lights. He got some factory BBS wheels he since put
Nice.
on, and like it's a cool normal car, and it is an absolute riot to drive. It's great. It handles great. It's like
They're
you have-
horrific to work on, but they're actually pretty solid.
Yeah, but like if you get the non-turbo, non-forced induction one, like they're reliable at that point.
Oh yeah, no, you don't
unquote.
need to service them that much, but like when your alternator goes out from age, which it will,
Yeah, it'll be the worst experience of your life.
it is not great.
But I mean, it's better than.
It's similar to maintaining an axle on an MI16 405.
Oh, I accidentally closed all of Firefox.
You can just
Yes.
go into the hamburger and reopen it.
Oh dear.
Go to history and then
Restore
restore
last
previous
session.
session.
No, I just
Yeah.
it's opening up. It's gonna take.
Also,
a
I'm
minute.
noticing that the trackpad on that is bulging even more now, so I'm going to
Yes.
replace the battery before that catches on fire.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Wouldn't you know it? It's actually kind of tough to get a battery for a 14-inch Asus, whatever the hell that is.
program is using this file.
Oh.
Oh dear.
But I kind of remember that
Firefox is
Motorworks
updating.
BMW, their intermediate location in their old place, which is now a Buick GMC dealer on 494, we were
Yes.
looking at like used Z3s at the time, and the first one of these R53s was rolling off the delivery truck at like 8:30 p.m. while we were signing paperwork.
It's so good.
They pulled it inside in the year 2000. I'm like, this is rad.
Yeah, no, it was incredible. Like Taylor just drives around listening to the Italian Job
Yeah.
OST on like CD. It's great.
Oh yeah, and the interiors of those things are so period too. It's like seeing somebody with oval sunglasses on. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the funny thing was he wasn't aware of the Goodwood Mini.
How are you? Even I know about this.
I know,
I'm
but
friends with you, so I guess
The
that
thing
makes
is,
sense.
are you familiar with the Goodwood Mini? So Mini and Rolls-Royce were owned by the same company.
Right.
Well, they had a Goodwood Special Edition, in
I'll
which
pull it
it
up.
came with
Oh, it's so
Rolls-Royce paint,
Oh, wow.
and it came with wool floor mats and
Wait,
Rolls-Royce
okay.
leather interior.
You're jogging my memory with
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
it's
floor
very,
mats.
very, very good. There it is.
Unfortunately, it's an R56,
I
but
It is an
assume
R56.
We never got that?
No, we did.
We did.
Yes.
Some people bought that fancy carpet on their
Yep.
tiny BMW 0 Series.
I don't know why I pulled up an outside
Yeah.
picture because the interior is really what matters.
But well, no, the outside actually matters too because
That
they had
paint's
they had
pretty ridiculous.
they had bespoke wheels and they had Rolls-Royce paint.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's an insane car. Like this is not a car made like that a rational person would ever.
no, a
choose.
rational person buys a GP and calls it good.
Yeah, no. This is for I don't know who this is for because like it's just ridiculous.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a 10 out of 10
You're
car.
precluding the fact that car companies routinely make things for nobody.
Yeah, and this is like one of them. Like this is like getting.
Oh, here we go.
Why do you do this to
Five
yourself?
Period
pixels.
correct
I
resolution.
did the
too.
exact same thing with the outside picture and it was fine. But
So-
yeah, look at this beautiful pixelated
No,
Rolls-Royce
this
interior.
is the equivalent of like getting a Riva 500.
Oh my god.
You know, Riva, the boat company.
Oh, I
they
was
made a
thinking-
special edition of Fiat 500.
Riva TNT2 or something.
oh yeah, fantastic.
I was like, what are we talking about here?
No, like the power boats, Riva.
I wouldn't know.
Well, imagine being poor.
So, let's talk about 1 in 6 people.
Okay.
Owning a
Let
boat,
me
yeah.
get out of the mini picture.
Oh.
I know exactly what this is without going over to my link, but we keep talking more and more about the fact that we're in a recession indirectly, even before people have said that we're in a recession.
Yes.
But now that 80 and 84 month car loans are the norm,
Charlize Theron is like, this just isn't nice enough. Yeah, no, that's exactly who the Goodwood Mini was for. Charlize Theron. Sorry, I just saw.
no, I mean it's like what was the fancy Signet? The Signet.
Yes, it's just like
It's the
Signet.
same friggin' thing. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
That, all right, that's a 3-car solution right there.
oh my god.
A Signet, a Goodwood Mini, and a Riva 500.
No.
It's just like the veneer of fancy. That's
Yeah.
I just want to live. I want to taste.
I want
I wanna
three. I
taste.
want 3 fancy, luxurious vehicles, but I have a half-size driveway.
I mean,
These are the solutions you won't hear anywhere outside of Carbitrage.
Yeah, no,
Just so
that's
you're
that is a New York 3-car solution
aware.
because that will
Anyway,
fit in the length of one truck.
in addition to the norm now being 84-month
Speaking of
loans for
fancy.
20% of new car loans, 1 in
Jesus
6
Christ.
people, which is just under 20%, now have a more than $1,000 a month car payment.
How?
More
Seriously,
than
how-
$1,000 a month is the average for 18% of people.
I'm sitting here fucking like pinching my pennies over a $250 a month payment.
That's what I want to know, because like I have a $780 a month car payment, and I'm fairly well off, and I can barely afford that.
You are in significantly better financial shape than I am, and like
that's a lot of money. That's a ton of money. It's more than my house costs.
that is literally
It was more than my original mortgage. Yeah.
that is 2/3 of what my mortgage payment is.
Ooh, there's an Hermes 2CV. I gotta look that up.
Whoa. I mean, it makes sense, but I did not know that.
Is that like the what was the Lexus ES300 from the early '90s? Oh my Lanta!
There was a Hermes.
Wow,
That's
look
gorgeous.
That's
at
a machine.
this. How much you want to bet this is 8 pixels?
You can just click because it's from It's from
No,
Pinterest.
it's actually good.
Wow.
Wow,
That's a very late 2CV.
Look at how brown that thing is.
Yeah.
I love that.
Tremendous. Oh, even though they leather wrapped the gear ball.
The French CEO of UPS. That's his car.
This
right
is
there.
the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's a leather wrapped utility car.
That's incredible.
I love this.
This is like getting a Gucci toolbox.
Oh my god, right? Yeah, I want
incredible.
a leather wrapped Snap-on. Let's do this.
That's wild.
But dude, not only are 18% of people with new cars having a more than $1,000 a month balance, the average total 100% of car loans is now $727 per month.
All right. Average
It's up over $100 year over year.
You said $120 a
Mark
month
7
is the
wagon
average
is
car payment.
No,
330.
$727 is the average car payment.
$727.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna do an impromptu challenge here. $727 times 12. That's $8,724. I want you to go on Facebook Marketplace and find a car in that price point. Because I know I can find a car and Bring a Trailer in that price point.
Oh,
That
I'm
would
not
be a
signed into
fun car.
Facebook.
All right, go on Bring a Trailer. Go on Bring a Trailer and just think of a car that you might want that would be in that price point. Because I know for a fact that you can get a pretty decent Datsun.
I would get a Kazashi.
Yeah, Kazashi would
I
be in
could
that
get the
price,
world's
that price
nicest
point.
manual Kazashi for that. And that is 1 year of car payments.
Yeah, that's literally, you can get the best Kazashi ever.
Did we
all
get
right,
interest
so
rates with
price-
that? It was 4 and some. Was
So
I think
that'd
what I
be-
saw?
Well, we probably did. Oh, there's never been a Kazashi sold on Bring a Trailer?
Apparently not.
That
So
sucks.
727 times 12 is 8724. So I have up
Doesn't
until
say about the rate.
No, I don't believe it does. Oh, yes, it does. Average APR, wow. Last year was 4.4. It's 7% APR for the average car loan right now.
Jesus.
Yeah, a friend of mine was looking at an 86 and it said 9%. And I was like,
Dude.
just put your money in the bank for a year.
People are, on average, are putting $7,000 down on these, too. You can just buy the Kazashi.
Oh, yeah, they already have the $7,000.
Elite anti-Kazashi snobs at BAT. I know. What
No,
the heck?
it's just because there's not
Cars
been
and
one
bids?
listed.
This
That's
probably
literally
isn't a nice
'cause
enough one.
Apparently, there are people that work at Bring a Trailer that have stinkier car collections than I.
What?
Like, yeah, like there's like people that are like, there's a guy who's got his car solution was, let me look here.
We're going to shop for a Kazashi right now. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, go look for one.
And, all right, let's type, let's see here. I got to find, where's the detailed search? Oh, great. It thinks I'm a robot.
All right, there's a guy who has a Holden Commodore, a 92 Explorer, a 2003 Echo, and a 99 Esteem.
Oh
he
my
works at
God.
Bring a
An
Trailer.
Echo and an Esteem in the same garage?
That is literally the best collection of vehicles I've ever heard of. I could not imagine wanting to buy another car. Like, why would you not want all those?
I'm looking for a manual transmission selector. Where the hell are we here?
What site is
Car
this?
Gurus.
Oh, you have to scroll down to other, I think, or scroll down further.
They
Let's
keep
see.
burying them farther and farther
Here.
down on these cars.
I'm gonna do up till 2,000. I'm gonna find myself a daily driver for the price of. I could get literally God's greatest E21.
Oh my dude, yes. You could get one from like BMW's history collection probably for that amount of money.
I'm looking.
They're like, yeah, we don't actually want that.
Here we
So
go.
you're behind the goldfish.
This is a 1974 Chevy K20.
oh,
perfect.
Done.
Yeah, right there.
It doesn't look-
$8,500.
Doesn't look terrible.
I would absolutely buy that. That's 2 seconds of looking at Facebook. Here we go. Even better. A 1972 Plymouth Satellite 2-door hardtop. That's for
Oh.
$8
What year?
grand.
72. Oh man, you can't take it to
I know you cannot, but
50s though.
that's a bitching car. Look at that.
Okay, I do like
and
the
that,
front end.
that is correct spec. That's probably got an inline six in it. Like hell yeah.
What? I thought isn't there like
Oh, it's a 360 auto.
Dude, it's even a V8 already.
Yeah, no, that's a car.
All the money you're saving on gas.
Well,
No, I don't know about that. But
yeah, in the city it doesn't matter as much.
and also like
Wow,
yeah,
not a single manual Kazashi for sale on cars.com.
That's rough. You don't worry. How about a car where there's no manual option to feel bad about? You can get yourself a 1995 Chevy Caprice wagon for $7,500
Oh man, it's got what do you call those smoothies?
with
Moon,
with the moons,
dog
full
dish.
moons,
full moons.
You can get a 95 Honda Civic drag car.
That's what engine? What engine?
I don't know, probably
It's
a
a D.
fucking B series, B16 turbo.
Oh,
Nolan's car was worth about that much.
1973 Delta 88
Which-
two door,
oh.
$7,500.
That
There
thing
are-
is clean,
Yeah,
dude.
no, you can get all sorts of great vehicles for less than 1 year of payments for a modern vehicle that I will tell you as a fact is worse than any of these. Actually, this is
no
real life
weirdo's
the
gonna-
one. This is real life the one I actually would buy. 1986 Ford F-150 regular cab, brown on tan with a matching bed topper. That would actually be what I get.
That thing is so 1992. It makes me ill.
I love that. I love a bullnose. That is a good truck.
But even if you're listening and you're not the car weirdo that we are, I'm sure with 2 years at 7,000 down. I mean,
Plymouth
the end of the
Valari.
first year, you put 7,000 down.
Dude,
what
look
did
at
you
the
say? It
wheel
was
fitment
8
on that
grand.
thing. 70. It was like
In
7,800 bucks or
yeah.
something.
No,
so you got 15 grand. I'm sure you could find yourself a Corolla or a Civic or any other number of vehicles to
Yeah,
just.
I'm seeing Lexus LS400s, Buick Roadmasters,
There you go.
like Cavaliers, Neons, Mustangs.
But even if you
Isuzu
wanted 3
Amigos.
pedals,
Yeah,
you could find something in 15 grand or less.
a 98 Avalon. That will be the last car you could be 18 years old and that'll be the last car you buy.
Your
could-
grandchildren will be sick of driving
It could
Yeah.
easily see you out.
No, that car will absolutely see you out. Here we go. Another great solution. This is a 1961 Mercury Comet.
Oh,
Look at
okay.
this. Very good.
That paint makes me
Yes.
not happy with
It
things.
is $4,000, but look at the taillights.
Oh, wow. That is 60s. That's Mopar, right?
No, that's a Ford.
Oh,
but
wow.
don't worry, that's like Ford going, "Whoa, what's Virgil Exner doing? We need to match that." Like 1961 Ford Mercury products are very weird. I'm very here for it. Like
Oh, we're getting to it. Auto Tempest.
You
It's
know,
happening.
I know
Yeah.
for sure that I could find a manual Kazashi, but apparently none are for sale on any of the main
here
sites
we go.
right now.
This says a 1979 Chevrolet Cavalier, which is wrong. This is definitely a 1999 Chevrolet Cavalier for $4,000, and it's convertible.
Oh my God, it survived.
Top
Yeah.
down.
This
Top-
was well, it's
top
because it
down,
doesn't
baby.
go up.
Like, yeah, no, this is top
Good
down
point.
fun for under half of. Like,
Now, limited-
this is
oh,
6
interesting.
months of an average.
If you
car
didn't
payment.
have the car to begin with, you could wait 6 months and then just have a convertible
Yeah, exactly.
I
instead
would,
of paying these payments.
All right, so limited to $8,000. What do you buy if it has to be an SUV or CUV?
If
Oh,
it has to
doesn't.
be a
That's
CUV,
the great part.
Well, I know, but
If it-
it's
if
a
it-
big
if it
question. Yeah.
absolutely has to be, I would get a V6 RAV4 because
That's
those
a
are
great answer.
actually faster than WRXs, and that's my favorite fact.
I would get a 3-liter.
They were
You're
a-
going to get one for $8,000? You really
Yeah,
are?
you absolutely can.
I
yeah.
guess you don't need 3 pedals if you're shopping SUV.
Also, it's a 3.5 V. So the first generation RAV4 V6 was like the early 2010s,
It
like
started
RAV4
in 07.
or yeah, sorry, it's the late 2000s era RAV4 body style, which is the lighter, smaller one
When the 2GR first launched.
with the 3.5.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
There were like
I think we
and
talked
they were
about
all-wheel
this the last
drive.
time I was on the
And-
pod.
yeah.
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 And
There's
they-
sleeper on sleeper.
Yes.
It comes up a lot.
Yeah,
'cause it's a good vehicle.
because it is like when I say it's faster than WRX, I mean like it's a tenth of a second faster. That's not like a fender. That is like literally a 1 car length difference.
And if you race them 10 times, you can still drive home in the RAV4.
If you
Yeah.
give me $10,000, I think you could get a 3-pedal Forester that's not completely rusted
No,
yeah,
out.
but then you have to own
somebody's
a
Subaru.
Forester.
I would take an X5 manual. I would get a facelift 3.0 E53.
You can get any Sienna in the world for that. You can get 90s Blazers. Those are SUVs though. So I'm trying to think of like a CUV that's other than a RAV4.
I would maybe like a CX5 manual front-wheel drive, like a really
You know
high
what?
trim one.
CX-5,
You know what?
that's
I could get-
actually underrated call.
I bet you could
Yeah,
get one
the
for
CX-5
$8,000.
would
Yeah,
be really
that
good.
would, and
Or-
they'd probably be like only 10 years old or something.
You could also get like God's greatest
SX4 is a
manual
hatch.
first generation Sportage.
Yeah. Oh,
Whoa.
yeah. You could get a mint Sportage.
Or you can get
Yeah.
the greatest Sorento in the world, which was also rear-wheel drive,
Yeah.
selectable four-wheel drive.
The greatest and best Mazda in the world.
I thought that was a
No,
Mitsubishi.
the Sorento is a Kia.
Tribute.
Right, but powertrain wasn't that Mitsubishi?
It is based off of, yes, a Mitsubishi. They were all based off Mitsubishis in one way or another. But yeah, it's basically Montero. That's just like cheaper and shittier.
Zero off isn't wrong there. He's not
Cheaper
wrong.
and shittier Montero.
I
for a
agree,
car
zero
that was
off.
already
Yeah, that is true.
Don't
Monthly
let the
repairs.
BMW snobs trick you.
That's why I'm
No.
thinking about like
not a manual one. E53 3.0 wouldn't be
you
bad.
can get a 1993 Ford Explorer for $1,500 and be cool
Does
as
it
a whistle.
run?
Spared no
It's even a
expense.
stick.
Two-door,
put the Jurassic Park vinyl on
two-door,
it.
5-speed, 4x4 Eddie Bauer.
That's actually
Yeah,
kinda,
that's what I meant. Mazda
$1,500?
Tribute.
It has, yeah, it needs shifter bushings.
Early Ford Escape.
Yeah, you could get those with a stick.
Yeah, it needs
Yes,
shifter
for
bushings.
the people that didn't grow up in Minnesota, there's plenty.
And it just needs like some suspension repairs. So you can
Just
get
travel. Don't drive it.
I
here.
will.
Nice.
I will
Yeah,
guarantee you
right.
for $1,500 plus whatever repairs it needs, you will still be under $8,000.
Oh, yeah.
and you will have an incredible bring a trailer worthy Explorer 2-door that you can drive for a few years, put it on bring a trailer, and sell it for literally the entire price of.
Rinse and repeat every 3 years, and you're still
the Bronco
raking in
2.
cash.
Exactly.
Bronco 2.
Bronco 2.
Yeah, Bronco 2D, perfect. Yeah, there's so
you
many
could
cars.
Bronco 2.
Carbitrage Challenge. Why
Yeah,
did
that
that?
is
Why
it.
did that highlight? Did
I
you
don't know.
redeem channel points? How dare you? Carbitrage Challenge. Yeah, for the average 1 year, just a down payment for an
Yes,
average
for the down
loan on a
payment.
new car. What would you buy right now?
Yeah.
And there's our answers
Yeah,
right there.
There's so many things.
Even if it has to be a crappy SUV.
the world is your
It doesn't,
oyster.
but it could.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
no.
and hate me for saying it, but like a '98 Cherokee with an AX15 would be fine too.
Is that the XJ?
Yeah, it's an XJ.
Yeah, those
but
are
like,
sweet.
You gotta get like you want the later '90s years, but you do not want a '99 or 2000 because the heads don't work.
Oh, weird.
The heads all just explode on the '99s and the 2000s. But the '98, real good.
And you can get a 2-door on that too.
yeah, you
probably,
wouldn't
right?
want to though, because
No.
two-doors are dumb.
Oh god, they look so
Yeah,
much better.
I think
though.
I think my actual
Incorrect.
solution
so much better.
My actual solution would be that Plymouth Volare I showed you because that's gonna have a leaning tower of power and it'll run forever and it's in like perfect condition.
I liked
Yeah.
that Comet or whatever the hell that thing was. The white
the
one.
Mercury Comet. Oh, the white one. Oh, the
Yeah,
Plymouth Satellite.
That satellite.
Yeah, it's a 318.
Something from space.
Yeah, no, Plymouth Satellite would be good. Like the Plymouth Satellite, I like. I like the Volare because the Volare is in better condition, but the Plymouth Satellite is a better car. They're both gonna run forever.
I love the RAV4 V6, but me, manually lead a snob. So it's a great vehicle. I
Vehicles this
You know,
crappy.
believe
I've pushed
it or
people
not,
into those.
a muscle car is just fine with a non-mac transmission. You don't care.
well, I mean, I personally do, but I'm weird.
No,
No,
you
I
really,
care. I
you
do
really,
care.
you really wouldn't.
Definitely
Like,
weird.
I know I've driven
Having-
727s before.
Having driven several large American cars, you don't care because it's just a couch with a V8. That's all it is. You don't need a trans.
You don't need one.
Actually, it's worse
For
for
the
it because
dollars
you
we're
have a
talking.
bench seat and you're sliding all over the road and you have to locate a third pedal.
But worse is better, Ryan.
Yeah, it's true. Because like it's the pedals aren't where you left them because you're not in the same position as
Well,
you go around a corner.
Also, not to mention, like, if you don't grab the if you do like a one hand and you start sliding in a turn, then you immediately get more turn.
well, not only that, yeah, because it's
Get
a
bonus
you-
turn.
Yeah, you have like way too much power steering assist. So if you let
Crab
off the
walking
steering
down the
wheel,
front.
you will go like this. Like, yeah,
Just get the LS400 if you're going to get a muscle car that
Tough
has an
to
auto.
get a good one for $8,000.
For 8 though. Everybody
that's what I was saying.
knows.
That's I think that
So
Plymouth,
go up,
the
what is
Plymouth
it,
Satellite. Like if you get a Malaise or 70s Aero Mopar, you can get a lot of car for not much money because nobody knows about them, and they're usually like
What about a Studebaker?
Studebaker was gone by the 60s.
LS430.
What were we? No, there was
The
some
ugly
other.
one?
Oh, Ramblers.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I
no,
meant,
you can get
Rambler.
any Rambler in the world for that price. Like we proved on Braintree, the most expensive Rambler ever was $14,000.
Yeah, like the nicest one that ever closed was like.
Like
10
it
grand.
was.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Ramblers are great. Like, because the thing is the best Rambler ever was like $14,000, and it was like a Haggerty like #1 condition, like Concours quality car. And it's just like Ramblers have always been just kind of the cheap little thing, and they're fun. Like you get like old car experience. It's just not like it's not as exciting or like well known as like a Buick Nailhead or a Ford FE or a small block Chevy or something.
And like genuinely,
They're fine.
As long as like it starts every day and it has heater and air conditioning, that probably should be a factor if you're comparing it to something with a car payment.
Yeah.
Because that's why people buy a new car. Let's be real. It's like, oh, I just want
that's
something
that's
runs.
why I said that Volare, because Volare looks like it probably
Your
actually in that era.
CX-5 is a great under the radar. Just get a Mazda CX-5 if you need air conditioning. You need something modern enough that'll survive a crash. It's kind of boring without the manual, but you can get your choice.
No. You can get them with a stick.
Right, that's my point though. You can get either one.
Or you can get a 7 that has a Mazda Speed 3 engine. No, the trick is
reliability
that,
though.
No, they're fine. They're fine. They're just fine.
I do see a lot of them in pretty terrible conditions, so the engines must be okay.
No, that's the thing is they like bottom out at $3,000 because everybody knows it's got a Mazda Speed 3 engine in it, and that's not been fucked with, and it's mated to an automatic transmission.
So it's never been over-revved?
It's never once been over-revved. It's like it has been. It's a babied Mazda.
I saw that.
Fiat 500L. Yeah, that's a great pick too, and those are cheap. You can get the world's nicest trucking manual for like $4,500.
And you get those cool weird little side windows, which I used to hate, and now I absolutely adore them.
The belt line's really low. The visibility's fantastic. They're pretty practical. They get reasonable fuel economy. That's not a bad pick.
Yeah, I like that. So there you go.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Rambler's terrible. Sell Rambler.
So, speaking of cheap cars,
yes,
I want to talk about modern Jaguars.
No.
I love modern Jaguars. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
We do.
I'm a really big fan of them. I think that they're some of the best deals on modern luxury car today.
They certainly
However,
can be.
This is the problem. The kids have discovered them, and it's not fucking okay.
Not the youths.
The youths have discovered modern Jaguars. And the problem is I said here, I don't want these to become takeover cars. But it's the takeover kids that have discovered them. And so what happens is you get these really great little XJRs and stuff that are like super cool.
Have they had chains done?
They're usually clean enough that they look like there's such low miles that there hasn't been time for chains yet.
Okay.
Once I'm just scrolling back.
What's the 90s Jag V8 engine series called? It's like a 3-letter acronym.
AJ8 or whatever.
Yeah, that's.
But here's one on some bad 1552s with a front mount or a front spoiler.
Yeah, it's got white 18-inch 1552 tarmacs and
it's
chin
bad.
spoiler.
Look at that. That's awful. This kid did a burnout leaving Cars
local.
and Crafts.
I saw that.
He did a burnout leaving Cars and Crafts because he has a little baby micro penis.
Yeah.
He actually has word on the streets from all the women that he's tried to have sex with but has not successfully done so, is that he's got a micro penis or a micropenis, where it's just a head on some testicles with no shaft, and that's what he has. And it is a shitty car, and he feels bad. He also has a problem. He's a one-pump chump.
We should.
He doesn't even get in. He just does a pump and.
What's that solution they used in Cash for Clunkers? Because we should ask to see the engine bay and accidentally some of that into the crankcase.
Yeah, no, this guy's a whole ass scumbag.
Sodium silicate.
Yeah, sodium silicate. This guy's a whole ass turd.
Is there like at least a biplane wing and some NOS in the trunk or something?
No.
Like if he's going to commit
well,
to this,
what's
at least
extra
needs
annoying
to go
about
all the
this
way
is
to make it fast.
This is an XJR, so he removed BBSs to put these on.
Ooh.
The message has been highlighted.
Yes. No, he's definitely in college. Because like
what a jag-wagon.
he's got like tattoos and stuff, but like he's just such a jackass.
A jagass?
Yeah, jackass. But no, if you see, he's got the mesh grills, and it is not just a rebadged XJ. It's really an XJR, so it's a supercharged good one.
Is that a 4 or a 4.2?
It is a 4.2. No, yeah, 4.2 supercharged.
Later one?
Yeah, it's a really, really, really good car actually.
This is the original.
My favorite thing about these cars is that thankfully they don't have limited slip rear ends.
Good.
Because Jaguar relied on the traction control to be the limited slip.
Great.
Oh.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Nothing wrong with Lucas brake vectoring. Yep. Yeah, no, that's all
bad
good.
idea. However, I think that's going to be the saving grace of these cars.
Because you can't power slide him out of a Cars and Coffee?
Yeah, and he did a burnout, and he did a one-wheel peel. And he just had one very smoky tire.
Yikes.
And so, yeah, fuck him. Kid's a punk.
I saw that car.
Yes. He's a punk ass. Fuck that kid. Fuck that kid's car. And fuck his parents for laying by that car. Like, that's a kid
Probably
that...
the guy that said nice Miata to me, if I had to guess.
Oh.
I didn't even respond.
Well, I mean, you do have a Honda Miata, but...
I didn't even respond.
Anyway, I put up a picture of a J-Gate when we were talking about Jaguars. So.
J-Gate shifter.
I'm really hoping that gets to be the thumbnail suggestion when I put it on YouTube.
I absolutely love J-Gate shifters. Look at that.
It's a
beautiful
late one,
shifter.
too. It's off a 5-speed.
You know why they did that, right?
I do, but I've forgotten.
So they did that because you could actually lock the gear into the transmission to any gear.
Yeah.
And so that way you could shift between, because if you look, it's fourth at the bottom, second at the top.
Okay.
When you're actually driving the car in anger, you can lock it into second, throw it into third and fourth without having to worry about
that's smart.
upshifting
Sure.
and going into neutral or something.
Can I USPA real quick?
But yeah, it's a very fascinating little shifter. And
It's a phone-sized phone, so.
for the era, it was actually the best automatic shifter that you could get. Like before, like the
Well, yeah, the J-Kit's been around since the 80s, right?
yeah, it's like this actually predated like the Ferrari F1 gearbox, where like trying to make an automatic like not suck, and like as about as good as you can get. So
And when those first launched, I think they were still using turbo 350s.
400s,
Okay.
because they had to hold all that V12 power.
Oh, of course. The 5.3 is well known
Non-emissions constrained V12
to develop
power.
a bunch of power when it's running. But those are probably the best turbo 400s to buy.
Actually, at,
Never been molested
seriously,
in their life.
That's really like honestly, that's like how
Never
I
been
originally
used.
got into Jaguars. I'm like, fuck, I want to put an LS on one of these, and I'm like, no, why would I do that? I want to put
Then
like
you
triple,
research the engine that was in it anyway?
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm putting triple side drafts.
What I wanna do, Ryan?
4.2.
The DB7 straight 6. Put that in there.
That would be good.
There you
With
go.
triple
Did
DCLA
you
45s.
see at Intermark there was
I didn't go.
there was a
got to
red Series 2 XJ at Intermark. It's XJ V12.
Wow, red is very uncommon.
Yeah, red. It was red over coffee, which is like the dark tan. A very good color. It was red over coffee leather
Tom.
with a V12, and the V12
Honda.
was carbureted. Is a V12 with SU carbs.
Oh, that'd be
Very,
way better.
Very cool. They made those for about 3 seconds.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen.
I think it was like a 1 year only thing.
Jag
It was like
5.3
it was
without-
like 1975, and they just had like catalytic converters and catalytic converters to make it work, and they just switched to fuel injection like one cat, and then it kind of worked. Like when it was new within warranty, it worked fine.
Yeah, I just love the analogy. Like you can buy one of those, but when you get it home, change out every part on it that says Lucas for the interchange part that says Bosch on it.
Yep.
And
no,
then
really,
then you're good.
Yeah.
Like
it's,
clean up the little, what do they call the bullet connectors?
Yeah.
They're famous for those corroding and all that other shit. But
Oh, it's not just that. Everything that you can think of that's bad. Well, I've told you about I've told you about the cursed head problem, right?
You were talking about a cursed head earlier.
that.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
microponus.
That's the
Yeah.
microponus.
Got it.
No, on Jaguar 12 cylinders, the ones in the 80s and 70s and 90s.
Yeah.
Before they switched to the modern
60s
12s.
and 2000s.
The Duratec
Yeah, well, they
12s.
actually started it in the 70s.
I was just guessing
yeah.
which decade was bad.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
really most of them.
Yeah.
But specifically the 12-cylinder, they're in very small engine bays, so they tend to overheat if there's like any sort of corrosion in the coolant system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they overheat, the valve seats drop out of the head at about 240 degrees.
That's bad.
Yeah,
Those are interference engines, are they not?
extremely interference.
I thought so.
Do you know what the engine overheats at?
240 degrees?
225
Ah.
is when it goes into the red. So between 225 and 240, you have that much time to pull over and cool everything the fuck down in the head before the valve seats drop out of the head.
I didn't know 70s Jaguar made the Pentastar.
It is
crazy.
so cursed. It is easily the most cursed engine.
They did
No.
but only with double the
Jensen
cylinder.
V8 is the most cursed
The
engine
Jensen's
ever.
bad, but they didn't make that in the quantity
True.
of the Jag 12.
True. They all overheated before they could make any of
Yeah,
them.
no. The Jag 12
On the way out
was
the
in
factory.
Let's
everything.
put the water pump where the air bleeder is on the top of the cooling system.
very, very, very bad. In
Very
the Jaguar.
bad.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
interesting.
no, Jaguar 12s. That's kind of why I love them, is it keeps the fools away, and they're wonderful. And yeah, I hope this kid just learns about timing chains early
he
on,
will. He
and
will.
that car dies, and then he could just go ahead and buy a Mopar something or other. And
Seriously. That's just
just, like, you have
Charger
a
energy.
car that was made for this. Go buy that one. Like, go buy that to go be a dickhead. Like, no, leave the Jaguars to me. I literally like these cars because normal kids don't like them.
Right.
Like, I want a Jag because I want to be able to talk to Ryan, have a good conversation with him about other Jags, and then, like,
Jag
be
off
like
contests.
the only two Jag owners that, like, aren't 90 years old and British.
Ryan Belmont is pretty cool.
He's a pretty great guy. I love Ryan Belmont. He's got an awesome
I'm glad he bought it back.
Yeah, he's got S-Type R. It's very good.
He will manual swap it. I've been beating him down.
They made a S-Type manual 3-liter.
I know. The diesels and like
Really?
apparently those are all just blowing up. So like the parts are getting cheap.
Yeah, because that's the 3-liter kind of is a bit shit.
Weird, oddly, the JLR 3-liter twin turbo diesel is not actually the most
No,
reliable engine.
not the diesel. It's the V6.
They're both
Petrol.
V6s.
The petrol V6.
They're both available with the same trans.
Yeah, so they both come with a 5-speed manual.
But the V6 isn't the petrol one isn't actually that unreliable. So you have to wait for the car to get crashed or rust out, which happens.
Also,
but the diesels, you find one that's in good shape.
another
that's blown up.
sleeper Jaguar that's a great car to own that doesn't cost anything is a S-Type 4.2. You can get the normal S-Type with the 4.2 V8.
That's only like a couple of years though, right? Because most of them are 4 liters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The vast majority are 4 liters.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, the vast majority are 3-liter.
Right.
Yeah.
And
but,
the 4.2 doesn't ruin anything, just more of a good thing?
Yeah, it's just...
It
I mean,
is slightly improved, yeah.
Yeah, it's better. They still have some timing chain issues,
Yeah.
but like it's kind of a known thing.
It is a derivative of the 4. It's just a little bit more punch.
Just like owning an M62 TU, it's fine as long as you know it's a problem and you fix it before it becomes a failure.
You know how with the E46 M3,
Or
you
like
know that
spring
you're going to do rod
retainers
bearings
on
at some
a-
point in your
It's
life?
just a thing you do.
Yeah, at some point in your life, or the
Spring retainers
4.2.
on an F20C.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's exactly like that spring retainers. Yeah.
Oh, and don't
Yeah.
forget the VTEC gasket screen thing.
Did that already.
Yeah, you know it's a thing, so you just like do it preemptively, and you're fine. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it has some like magic problem
Water
that
pump
just
on a
like
straight 6 BMW.
or like the valve seats coming out of the head on like the 12-cylinder. Like it's like that's a problem that ruins the car. The timing chain is like, okay, I just need to do this before like 120,000 miles. I can save up for this and be ready.
That's not
Also,
even that bad.
they
That
start-
interval,
they
that's
start
pretty damn
rattling.
reasonable.
Audibly
Yeah.
before they fail fully.
Oh, so
And-
it's even going to scream at you that, hey, by the way, jackass, you're going to break the block.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's like
That's nice.
the Jag 4.2 like V8 is actually a great engine. Like it has one cursed problem, and then you're just done with it.
But you
And, like-
find somebody that's already done the chains on your AJ, and then ta-da.
Yeah, and then you get
Is
and
there any 3 pedals that mount to that? Just because I got a
yeah,
problem?
I'm sure. Yeah, because it's derived from the Ford V8, so you just put a Mustang.
So we should
T56
Ford
or whatever.
2
Yeah.
swap like a Panther or something?
Yeah, the Lincoln.
The Lincoln Mark 8.
7?
Yeah.
Mark 8?
Mark
No, the Euro one that shows
LS.
S-Type. Yeah, the LS. The Lincoln LS.
Oh.
That trans fits.
You could put a
S-Type ones
Ford
fit.
2 in a Lincoln LS.
We should remind
That
Ryan
would
of
be
that too, because
amazing.
like there are Lincoln LS manuals in this country,
Yeah.
so he doesn't have to import the parts. But.
Yeah, so like you can like yeah, there's like a lot of stuff you can
That'd
do
be
with
an
Jaguar. It's
ultimate
just like people don't
sleeper.
know, and it's like I'm kind of happy they don't know.
Dude,
Yeah,
a manual
like-
4.2 S-Type would be pretty good.
Right.
Like that would be
Yeah.
and like a
No,
not
I
S-Type
was
R,
like
just a
asleep
normal
for a while, but I woke it up again.
like
I'm
the
in.
the normal vanilla S-Type, like
Yeah.
you get it in green over beige, like that's the color key. 4.2 manual done
With
perfect
the
car.
16-inch wheel still. Give me the trash.
Yeah, no, you gotta get the chrome finish 16s.
What
the,
an awful,
the
what
little
an
baby
awful
it is.
car. I love it.
Yeah, but like that's the thing is you'll have all the fun in the world and nobody will fucking know.
Ryan, again for the third time today, bad cars are better.
It's like a it's
And
like
I'm changing my answer. I'll have a manual 4.2 S-Type for $8,000.
Yeah, it's just like it's like a manual Mazda 5. Like you're gonna have a blast and nobody's gonna notice. Like it's great. Like that's how that's how I want to
I'm
enjoy my
setting
car.
qualifying laps. You are not at the speed limit, sir.
I am though. Haha.
I am now. Since
I
we've
will
been
be
talking.
very soon.
Yeah.
Joke's on you.
I'm walking alongside you, but just you wait.
Can you hear this thing? Well, it's still behind me.
10 tenths. I'm going to use all 10 of these tenths.
I'm now that I've got the air conditioning in my garage and I put AC in my garage.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really
I
great.
heard from over there the braggadociousness.
Yeah, it's great. Now I've got my AC in my garage. Once I'm
I
done
may have
with
to come back to talk about garages. That's
Once-
actually happening for me. I'm
Once
excited.
I'm good for you. Once
External.
Once I'm done with the
24 by 32.
Once I'm done with the Buick cooling system, I think I might bring the 5 into the garage for a day and replace the engine mounts in it and that strut mount and
Then you can drive it again?
Yeah,
Yay. I miss seeing that thing.
I miss that car too.
That's
I did decide I am gonna vinyl wrap that though.
What are you going to do?
Mary Kay pink
Why?
because I want to not be silver, and Mary Kay pink is a very pretty color. So let's do Mary Kay pink. I'm gonna tint the windows.
Are you going to do the badges?
The 5-speed badge?
No, the Mary Kay badges.
No, but I will put a 5-speed badge on it so people know.
What about lilac? Everybody goes pink when they are like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm edgy and different.
No.
No,
This
this
is
is
not.
a full commitment color here.
No,
so
Mary Kay pink. Let me show you Mary Kay pink.
It
This
is.
isn't. Yeah.
We'll call it breathtaking.
Cool.
That's how I describe that hue.
This isn't like your normal
Lavender.
Lavender.
Yes.
This isn't your normal
Periwinkle, if you will.
Yeah, kind of.
This is
it's like a mauve almost.
It's a metallic pink.
Okay, yeah,
That's what color
I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna
Mary
wrap my van.
Kay.
Pearlescent.
It's actually very similar to how the van would look.
I would just tilt a little towards the purples. That's all.
Yeah,
But either way, it'll be good.
I'm gonna do Mary Kay pink, and then I have some Kansai 5 spokes that are gonna go on it.
God.
It's to be
You know what?
lowered. I got a free muffler from.
I remember that
Samurai.
the
Yep, I
that
got my
part
free
swap or
muffler that's
whatever?
to go on there. Like, it's gonna be a cool fucking van. Cause like the muffler
already a
is
cool
a little
van.
rusty, but like no, it's gonna be a very cool van when I'm done with it.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and then when I have like a spare like $400 floating around, I'm gonna get a City Cruiser body kit. So it'll be just a perfect van culture van. It's
Yeah,
getting
just-
Mary Kay pink.
Save extra vinyl, you'll be good.
Yeah.
That color would be super JDM with that body kit.
Yeah, it looks so good in Mary Kay pink, like in the
Make-
metallic.
A Carbitrage version of the Mary Kay bag.
Can we show the car without the pink on the so people know what we're talking about?
The Mazda
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
You're not familiar?
No, I mean I've heard rap songs in the '90s.
No, you.
Oh, it's not an MPV.
It's not an MPV.
Oh.
It's similar. It is a manual minivan. A manual mini minivan.
So it's like a newer MPV.
It is actually the classification of the vehicle. It is a multi.
I totally know what you're talking about.
vehicle,
now.
yes.
Touring.
My old gray minivan that I had. Yeah.
I think I've seen it once. So
yes.
I forget that you
is
had it.
literally the exact body style.
Might be a touring, but still.
Oh, like a gas version of the European Buzz
That's
that we
that's
don't
actually
get.
that is actually a sport.
Not
Oh,
3
good.
rows.
I
You
can
can tell
tell
from the
that.
wheels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Tourings have the end of the spoke is split, but not on the sport.
Oh.
Yeah.
I only know to look for the lights.
Yeah,
but
well,
I can't see.
yeah, the Touring had LED taillights. I do have the LED tails from a Touring, so I'm gonna change the
yes.
wiring over.
Coveted.
Yeah, no, it took me a
All the
long.
niche modifications.
No, it
Nolan.
actually took me a long time to find
OEM
those.
Plus is the only way
Because-
to play.
This is the thing: is so many of them get rear-ended
Yeah.
for like one reason or another. Practice people drive slow as fuck in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like every single set of taillights I found was broken, and I finally found a full set of LED taillights. So
For those playing
Good God.
Ryan Bingo at home, micro penis, sex
Fuck.
with a teenager, and rear-ended.
Well, he said fuck. You got
Circle
his
gets
fuck in there.
and fuck.
wait, who had sex with a teenager? I never said that.
What?
I don't know. I was just reading the chat.
Oh no, he just assumed it was a
Shane
kid.
is wrong about the
No,
age of
no,
this
it was
pleb.
just like the kid had tattoos. Like the kid had
Just trying to
the kid
stay
had a
on
fucking face
brand with
tattoo.
this brand's car.
Yeah, no,
niche.
this kid had like a face tattoo. He was definitely
Oh,
a
he's
whole
got a
ass
job
adult.
stopper too. Great.
Yeah, no, he was just like he's a kid because he's not in his 30s. He's not an old man like me.
Also because of his decisions.
Yeah, no, you could be 29 and acting like that, and you're still a kid. Like, yeah, it's a quote unquote kid. Exactly.
This is making insanely good sense.
So, no, yeah, that kid sucked, and his car sucks. And
Now
he
he's
should-
sucking. Now he's.
Oh, we got 5. All right.
So
Here
yeah,
we are. Finally,
Got a bingo.
Circle gets a square.
also yellow headlights or yellow fog lights. I mean, sorry,
JDM.
the JDM fog lights on
Yep.
that because actually the yellow fog lights do help a lot.
Oh, yeah,
because-
dude. I put 3000K D1S low beams in their first Mr. Wags, and it was life changing.
Yeah.
Yellow
it's-
headlights don't dazzle anything, and they cut through the fog
It's
like
worth a few
crazy.
tenths on Midfield
It's
Raceway
so
for sure.
good.
No, it really helps a
Well,
lot. Like it's a real change. I'm going for the Fiat. I'm gonna go with the yellow standard bulb.
So you're gonna put
it comes with the
1552s
AARP
on
card,
it?
yeah.
So you're gonna do like 1552s, big wing, chin
No,
spoiler.
I've got actually I got some Kansais. My dad
Jag
had
it
a,
up.
My dad had a he had a Mazda 3 that he got T-boned in, and he's okay. Now he
Oh.
has a Mazda CX-3, which is awful.
Yeah. That T-bone was bad. His judgment's off.
His judgment's been off for a
Before the.
It's been longer than
Here, I'll
that
show you the
time.
Kansai wheel that I have. It's
Is this the last topic?
yes, this is the last topic. We're almost done. Once we're done talking to you, we'll be done with this episode. It's a Kansai K&P, and I'm just waiting for this to look. Motherfucking pop-ups.
Kansai P and V would be better.
That would
Oh,
look
actually,
good.
those
on-
look really
Those
yeah.
look really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good wheel.
I would rock that,
And
yeah.
they're $1,300 for a full set of 18s.
Oh.
Yeah, so my dad needed wheels because his steel wheels were just like super rusted on the inside.
Oh, so they went sealing or something?
Well, it was like no, it was sealing, but the like the finish had come off, and they were just like they were vibrating and stuff
Ugh.
because like rust
Yeah.
bubbles
Okay.
on them.
Yep.
And like he needed tires, and he's like, I want something that looks better. I'm like, okay, well, you'll eventually get rid of this car, so I'd like some of these at some point. So
This is an investment in myself.
Comes right out with it. I'm like,
yeah, and so he gave me the steel wheels off of his
A Homer
Mazda
bowling
3,
ball. I get it.
which are my storage wheels.
Yep.
And I actually like drove on him for a little bit. What I did is I just like I just took him down with like a metal wheel and then painted him on the inside. And they're fine.
You drove it down here at least once with those.
Yeah, they looked great.
Yeah.
Like,
and they didn't rub.
no, they didn't at all.
Yellow
it was fantastic.
fogs, contact. No, I can see
Like
it.
this, and then
JDM,
yeah,
sir.
and then the Mary Kay pink, tinted windows,
I'm about
LED
this,
taillights.
actually.
It's gonna be a pretty sick van.
I'm on
Hello
board with your
Kitty,
vision.
like hanging out on the suction cup in the back window.
No,
just to
do
complete the pink.
not the transit handle, but do a Hello Kitty dangling from the back.
the Tsurukawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hello
Yeah.
Kitty Tsurukawa.
Yep.
That'd be
Okay.
very good.
You're just gonna have to Scotch Brite the shit out of it first.
All right.
And on that note,
yes.
bye,
I think
everybody.
we're done. Bye bye.
Bye.